Family caregivers of people living with dementia are often presented with many difficult decisions. One of them is the decision to remain working while trying to juggle their caregiving responsibilities. Some family caregivers seek to reduce their work hours. Some see no option but to leave the workforce entirely. Kimberly Kelly was a family caregiver to her mother who had dementia. She also works as a reading intervention teacher for a school district where she supports kindergarten through second grade teachers and their students.
I was the only one local, so I would take her to those appointments and things like that. And then she might have a mini stroke or she wasn't feeling well. And, I had to be available, take her to work. So, of course,
Kim needed to take days off from her job to assist her mother.
I couldn't understand what she was saying. Called the doctor. He said, "You got to get her to the ER." We got her there. They did a CAT scan, and they said she has cranial bleeding. The next thing I knew, we were in an ambulance on our way to the University of Penn, which she spent 3 weeks. When she was in the University of Penn for 3 weeks, I just called and said, "Listen, I'm not coming back. I don't know when I'm coming back," because when they first took her there, they basically told us they didn't think she was going to survive this.
Kim's decision to leave work without a definitive end date layered financial stress on top of the emotional stress she already felt about her mother's condition.
One of the things when you're in a school district, a lot of times the first time a life event like this happens and you run out of time, they will allow your colleagues to donate days, up to 20 days, to help you out, which is great. But depending on how many days you take, you may go out and then they become deduct days. You just do not get paid for that. So it comes to where some paychecks, you just get partial paycheck. You don't get much of a paycheck.
Female caregivers who leave the labor force early lose wages in excess of $140,000. This impacts their retirement savings through Social Security as well. These women stand to lose approximately $130,000 in Social Security benefits, too. The total loss of income for female family caregivers over their lifetime is estimated to be $324,044. Male caregivers who leave the labor force early lose wages in excess of $80,000. This impacts their retirement savings through Social Security as well. These men stand to lose approximately $140,000 in Social Security benefits too. The total loss of income for male family caregivers over their lifetime is estimated to be $283,716. Fortunately, there are a few options a family caregiver of a person living with dementia can take when faced with the prospect of reducing their work hours or leaving their job role. They are job sharing, donating vacation days, flexible spending account, FMLA, flexible work arrangements.
This flexible spending account allows you, as an employee, to put money in. Sometimes an employer may match some money, so it's a possibility they even could do some, but you put money into an account that pre-tax dollars, right? So you're not taxed on this money. It's basically, it allows you to spend money without having to pay taxes on it, which is a great financial benefit to employees. And you can spend money on like childcare or elder care. That's why I say they're very similar. The FMLA, the Federal Medical Leave Act, is a federal law, so federal nationally. Everyone in the U.S., every employer, I think, that has more than 50 employees is required by law to give up to 12 weeks of leave. However, it's unpaid leave. So this is not really solving a financial issue other than you don't lose your job about it. You can't fire a person because they need to take leave. So
while it's good that these options are available to caregivers in the workforce, each person's financial circumstances are different, and some will be forced to exit their job roles to care for a family member living with Alzheimer's or other dementias.